I'm Mary Portas.
Mary, why you bugging?
I made my name turning department store Harvey Nichols into a fashion powerhouse.
Mary, I need your hugging.
Now I'm turning my attention to a retailer that I think has untapped potential. Charity shops. We're in the middle of the worst financial crisis and environmental crisis in living memory. People want bargains and they also want to be a bit greener. Charity shops have an opportunity, but not as they stand today. I want to prove that charity shops can be heavyweights on the high street. So for the next 5 months, I'm running my own. Are you ready to sell? Yes! I've got to turn it from a has-been,
Alibaba's pants,
into a shopaholic dream.
I need to change the mannequins in the windows. Will you choose something?
No, you choose it.
I can't see what we're going to achieve by it, really.
And I want to solve the biggest problem facing charity shops today.
Spoiled, dirty knickers.
Dire donations.
This is the sort of crap you get at the end of a car boot sale.
But change is not going to be easy.
It's not like the old days. Bloody good job it's not like the old days.
Mary.
I think with the recession biting, charity shop sales should be skyrocketing, but they're not. I think that charity shops have the real potential to offer good value fashion to people shopping on a budget. You know, not only that, charity shopping is much better than most clothes ending up in landfill. But at the moment, it's only a few devotees who actually shop charity shops. And I want to change that. So, for the next 5 months, I've convinced one of the UK's biggest charities to hand over one of their worst performing shops in Orpington to me. In order for me to understand how charity shops work, I need to get under the skin of it, and therefore I am going to be managing my own charity shop. And today, I see my shop for the very first time. Jesus, where am I? Where's my shop? There's not much money here. This isn't going to be easy. Oh, there's me. Save the children. God save me. I've never worked in charity retail, and so before I take over, I've arranged to go back to the floor to work as a volunteer for the day.
Oh, this is her. I recognise her. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Save the Children Fund, Orpington.
Hello, and you are?
Jean.
Jean.
Yes,
Is this
that's
your
right.
shop? Are you in charge?
No.
God, right, OK, then who is? Who's in charge?
Nobody.
Nobody?
No, we're all volunteers, and at the moment we don't have a shop leader.
OK.
Do you want to take your jacket off?
Hello, I'm Mary.
No, this is Graham.
Graham, hi.
Yes.
You know, I'll take my
We
jacket.
hang our coats in here, Mary.
My shop has 43 unpaid volunteers just like Jean and Graham, and I wonder how on earth they run the shop with no one person in charge.
Who says, right, these are the jobs that need to be done today?
We just slot in. We slot in. We normally consult one another.
No,
Aren't you? You
yeah.
know, that's right.
OK.
This all sounds very amicable, but I don't think the democratic approach is necessarily working wonders for the shop floor. It's a mess.
This is little bric-a-brac, really, and people coming in always look here.
OK, now we're in the fashion department.
Yes.
Oh, mind you, it's got some crockery up the back there.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So,
yes, this is still bric-a-brac.
So the fashion with bric-a-brac, that works, does it?
Yes, yeah, it's a case of where there's room in the shop.
I would guess that is the case.
Yes.
OK.
This is
And
posh.
This is posh wear.
Posh wear.
What's that doing in evening wear, Jean? Who goes out in that in the evening? Is that you, Graham, sticking that up there?
We stopped selling underwear because people would go in the changing room, take new underwear and leave their old underwear. So we stopped selling.
So people would come in here and change their knickers in there and leave you the old ones. But why would you do that? Why would you get up and think I must just pop down to the charity shop and change my pants?
I know.
Is that a potty in there? Is that someone's potty?
I can't imagine anyone buying anything off these shelves, and hidden out the back are the volunteers responsible for choosing it.
Who's that coming out the back door? So can I meet the back room
Yes.
girls?
We can hear you in here.
Hello, I'm Mary.
This is Iris.
And I'm Mary.
No, they can't be too Mary.
I'm afraid so.
Yes.
What's your surname?
Hibbert.
You're going to be Hibbert from now on. What I've been given already. Not
Yes,
even
a
one.
dirty one.
Yeah,
If you turned it round, the other side's cleaner.
Well, we all have. I mean, really good. I mean, the Save the Children spent a lot of money on these.
Yeah.
50
20 years ago.
Iris and Hib have been doing 1 day a week here for over 20 years. I'm going to join them on sorting duty. Let's see if I can't find some hidden gems for that shop floor.
Where's my workspace? There's no space to tip it out.
Well, we put it onto the floor because there could be things like used needles or something really dirty and grotty and not nice, moist.
Moist.
Well, how else would...
What's moist? What do you get that's moist in a bag?
Just imagine something that could be moist. Underclothes.
Hibbert, I can't even think about
It's
it.
true. It's old sanitary towels and Durex and all sorts of things.
My husband thinks I wear gloves, but it's easier not to.
There's someone's old carpet tiles.
Yeah.
It's easier to bring it in, to drop it outside here than it is to go to the tip. You see, we're just down the road. They've got to go several miles to the tip.
It's a bloody waste of time. It's just a
It
waste.
is.
It is.
It is.
This is like working down the dump. Iris and Hib deserve a medal.
It is just too much work for you two, isn't it, in all honesty?
We don't go home worrying about it because it's only a voluntary job.
But also, you know, Iris, the truth of the matter is you shouldn't have to worry about it, should you? And if you can come in and do your best, but this should be better.
I'm just astounded on two levels. First of all, what rubbish people have just brought in there. I mean, actually, I would say 70% of what's in that back room is just utter rubbish. And then the other bit of these women who've given up their lives. I mean, we're talking 30 years, 38 years in that room. I would have my head in the bin liner. I'd go out with the rubbish myself. I'd put myself out at the end of the day. Before I head home, the shop's area manager, Nick Pygott, has dropped in to see me.
Nick.
Mary, good afternoon. Lovely to meet you.
He used to be a wine retailer. He's now got 13 shops in his care, but I can't see much evidence of his retail experience here.
I have to say I'm a bit of a state of shock. I actually didn't know it was as bad as this, you know.
It just seems a bit like Paddy's Market in a lovely way, in a kind of social gathering for these old women. And if they make some money, it just seems, well, you know, that's a bonus. You've come from a commercial retail background. I mean, what things have you put into this business? What have you changed?
Oh, delay, that's bad. What have I changed? There have been improvements made, but certainly not as many as I would have liked. We've certainly stabilised the pricing. The pricing, certainly, there's...
But I find it stabilised. I find it... I'm bonkers. I mean, I've got a camera here.
Yeah.
A decent enough Olympus camera at £1.20. I've got a Catherine Cookson dog-eared old naff novel up the back, softback at 70p. I can't see that as a pricing structure, Nick. And when I speak with the staff, it seems like it's done like that.
Every shop is extremely individual. Every shop has its little ways. Every shop has...
Yeah, but it
has
shouldn't have
bizarre
its little ways. Do you know what I mean? That's the problem I've got.
Yeah.
Jean having her little ways, Iris having her little ways, and I know they're volunteers.
Yeah.
I understand that. But it is about saying to them, this is what we need to achieve. This is how much money we need to make. This is how we believe we can do it. Are you all on board, you know? And I think they're crying out for that, Nick. That's what I feel. OK, well, I'll tell you what you could
Go on,
actually
go on.
start with. Do you live locally?
No, not desperately, sorry.
Could you wash my little Save the Children? Do you have a washing machine at home?
I do have a washing machine at home.
Thanks very much. Because that smells. And that would be nice. I'd feel good if I put on one that was clean in the morning.
I can probably get you a brand new one if you want.
No, it's OK. Just wash that one. Brilliant. There's so much to do. I was hoping that I was going to be inspired by the management. And I'm not. Apart from that, I think it's fine. Nice ladies. That's what I've got to go on. Nice people. Right now, my shop is taking around £900 a week, which is well below average. I believe if charity shops act more like real retailers, their profits will rocket.
Good God.
But in order for my shop to become a serious contender on the high street, I will need to radically overhaul everything. I've called a meeting to kickstart my changes.
Someone's put please on there. Oh, I can see my language is going to have to totally change. Who's put please on? Please? Oh, God.
Hello. Today, I'm going to meet every member of my sales team.
Hi, ladies. Morning. Hello. Irene, hi.
Marion, pleased to meet you.
Marion.
Yeah, we do the toys, and we've been doing them for over 40 years.
No. 40 years you two do the toys. Is that when they first launched Monopoly?
Don't be cruel.
Iris, looking efficient in turquoise and blue and jade.
Turquoise.
Jade?
Get your colours right.
Come on in.
Don't feel. Oh, dog's just jumped up on my trousers with mud all over it. So
that's your excuse.
in the park,
What were you doing wandering around the park on your own?
I journey down.
Was it?
Yeah, so I'm going to have to go and mop my trousers. Good morning, Mary. Nice to see you.
You too. Morning, Nick.
Morning, Mary. How are you?
Good, I'm good. Well, morning, and thank you for being here on time. I'm here to help. Truthfully, this business isn't making as much money as it could do, OK? We need to clean up the act, and we need to get some retail standards in here. So the first thing I want to do today is I want to re-merchandise the shop. So it's going to be a big job, all hands on deck. We're going to set up a proper system out the back, because if you think that's the heart of the business coming through...
Oh, I 100% agree with you, Mary. I've been keen to rearrange it for the last year, and as June will tell you, we've met some fierce resistance.
Yes. Who's fierce resistance from? Who are the fierce resistors?
People who've been here a very long time and don't want change, I'm afraid.
Well, you know what? Today, change happens.
Fantastic.
OK? You don't change with the world. We're all going to be sitting here for another 40 years.
I won't be.
You might be, Irene. We never know.
I won't.
Should we say we should at least go through this year and focus this? Of course you will. Stop it. You will. Brilliant, ladies. Onwards! On one hand, you don't want to patronise, you know? But on the other hand, they're in another world. They're in another world. I mean, that please on the poster sums it all up for me.
Myself, like the rest of them, are committed to children. And if it's going to make things for children better, then I'm in favour of it.
With my army of OAPs, I am determined to get this shop into better shape. Most retailers put their best sellers near the front door. Clothes should be our biggest money spinner, so the bric-a-brac is going up the back, and we're going to create a fashion department up front.
I need to change the mannequins in the windows. Will you choose something fabulous?
No, you choose it.
Would you choose something for the window, my darling? You don't like doing that either?
I don't mind, but I can't think of anything in here.
I asked one person to dress the window. One said no. I asked the next person. They said no. And the third person no. And then we got all four in the windows. I'm starting to lose the will.
I'm beginning to realise that getting a job done here isn't as straightforward as I thought.
They do their own thing. Just do their own thing. Go into their little comfort zone.
Anybody else a sandwich?
I can't see what we're going to achieve by it, really. Do you, June? What can we achieve?
Well, we shall have more space.
Yeah.
We won't have all this junk. And everything that comes in now will go out quicker.
Hopefully, yeah.
Where do we want to start?
Move some of these out.
In the stockroom, regional manager Nick is finally getting his wish for a clear-out. I'm leaving him to create a system.
It needs to be fairly democratic, and even in a democracy there needs to be somebody in charge, and hopefully that's me. Though you wouldn't always think it. But no, I mean, everything that we do, the volunteers have to be behind, they have to support it. So we decided we need 2 rails, yeah?
At this rate, half the volunteers will have kicked the bucket by the time Nick takes control.
Here we go through it. Hello.
Leader. Nick is the leader. So let's get this focus.
Well, it's going to be a little bit more democratic than that, Mary, because it's going to be volunteers who are using it, so we have to involve their decision.
But democracy, Graham, democracy I have no problem with as long as we listen and then we go, there's the vision.
Absolutely.
Democratic and everybody having a point of view and this is our old way and we never move forward. Iris, what are you worrying about the tea? Just 2 seconds.
It's like Paddy's Market out there. Any more coffees?
Thank you.
I'd have mine, yeah.
Whilst I leave Nick to muddle on, I need to get back to merchandising the fashion. But there's a major stumbling block.
This is a random old bunch of stuff. But Alibaba's pants. Who's put those in?
I can't find any fashion among the front.
Oh, no.
Exactly, oh no. So who's put it out? Who would wear this? Anyone in here?
No, not even me.
Who wants to look like a canary?
At the moment, it's old birds from the 80s. Barbara Woodhouse walking the dog. This is the sort of crap you get at the end of a car boot sale. I'm worried I've got to take money on this. This is my next week's takings. Part of me gets really quite angry about it. If I don't keep my humour up, I'll kill myself.
Although my new layout is getting there, we'll have to dig deep into those sacks to find clothes that are fit for these rails. It's time to call it a day.
See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, guys. Thanks for your help. See you tomorrow. Bye, Wendy.
I've offered Hib a lift home and the chance to find out how my first day has gone down with the ladies.
Lost my will to live.
You might have got a ticket, I'm afraid, if you're round here.
I just thought this would be quite straightforward. But it's not, is it?
No.
Why is it then? There's quite a bit of money. People don't live in these small houses, do they? They're lovely houses. Why is it that we've got rubbish in that shop?
Because we are just a dumping ground, really. I live just here, actually.
It's,
the blue one, the car.
Thank you for your work today. You're a little star, Hib.
Thank you.
A little shining star up the back. Bye, darling. Bye.
My first day in the job is over, and I'm beginning to realise just what I've taken on. Yesterday proved one thing. If I'm going to turn my shop into a great high street retailer, I'm going to have to get better stock.
I've been completely and utterly astounded at how bad the merchandise, well, actually not merchandise, that would be too polite and too fabulous a word for it, but the crap that gets landed in the Orpington shop. But what I find completely amazing is, why make the bother to bring that crap to the shop?
I want to know just how bad this problem is. So I've decided to head off to find out if other charity shops out there are suffering too. I've arranged to have a snoop round a mental health charity shop up in West Wickham.
Hello? Hi. Who's Christine? Hi, Christine.
Hello.
I'm Mary.
Nice to meet you, Mary.
You too.
Welcome.
Tell me, what percentage of stuff that you get donated are you able to sell?
I would say quarter.
Oh, stop it.
No.
We'll be lucky if we open a black sack and you can get 2 items out of it.
So a quarter?
About a quarter.
That's outrageous.
And I'll show you.
Chris and Caroline have very kindly put aside some of the treasures they've had donated over the last month.
These are what we were telling you.
Touching
the
these.
rugby boots with the rugby pitch still on.
Someone's taken the effort, but what is in their brain? I mean, what is that?
Hang on, no,
Stop
don't
it.
touch. Look, we've got a gadget, Mary. There you are, like, if you want to. Okay, Rag bag.
I don't agree with that this is someone thinking they're doing good.
No, look at the colour of that bra.
See, look, we're all girls together here, Mary. How long did you have to wear a bra for it to go like that? You know what I mean?
Dirty little... That has gone as hard as
a nice
an old crust bread.
Isn't it? I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's a jacket.
Jesus, it's crusted up. Oh, give me a break. Who has put that in? It's like a bit of old cracker wheat.
Yeah.
Lovely.
This is what we call galloping neck rot. Oh, is this the terminal flatulence?
Oh.
You see, you have to laugh, really, because you cry.
Oh,
Mary.
you would.
Well, what is that?
What? Oh, God, that's a touch.
Oh, that's a baby snappy.
Oh, no more, Chris. Oh, no more.
Have
I
you had
can't.
enough?
Oh, dear God. Some of this tat can be sold to rag merchants, but surely he won't pay for all of this rubbish.
This is filled twice a week. And am I right? It's about 45 quid, isn't it?
It's for £45 per bin.
Per bin. So
You
it's
have to pay
£90 out of my
£90 a week.
my profits. £90 a week
That's a
could
lot
pay for a
of money,
part-time
isn't
therapist at the Mind Day Centre. That's what makes me so cross. When this should go in people's bins, their own bins.
That's ridiculous. What would you want me to do? If I'm really giving and can make a difference to charity, what would you want from this?
It's get people to take a second look in their bags
Make
before
people
they...
aware, innit?
Yeah.
Aware of what we
you know.
need and what they
Load
can
up
give
your
us.
black bag, but then tip it out and have a second look.
I'd really like to come to Chris's rescue and help solve this problem for every charity as well as mine. But before I try, I've come up with an idea to find out why usually ordinary people think it's OK to dump crap at the charity shop door. OK, guys, let's go. Me and my army of volunteers have come to Westfield Shopping Centre, home to some of the world's best-known retailers, and now my charity shop of shame. OK, come and see my new shop. Iris, here. I've gathered together some of the worst donations we've got. Gucci, eat your heart out.
Until you see it like this, that you realise what you've been doing. It's amazing to me.
It just gives that awareness to people when they're out spending, buying lovely things, that this is the sort of trash that people are dumping on charities. So, spoiled, dirty knickers. Would you ever dump anything like this in a charity shop?
Sometimes.
You would? You'd dump?
Not the knickers.
Look at that. Feel the quality. Oh, my God. Oh, what about these trousers? Look at the crutch. No. This is what gets people delivered to charity shops.
That's disgusting.
Now, would you genuinely think it's charity?
No.
Would you do that?
No.
Hey, fellas, I'm talking to you too. Do you guys know who I'm talking to? You'd better think.
I've got just the present for you. Like a one-legged Barbie with matted hair. It's not nice, is it?
It's a bit frightening.
It's not nice, is it?
And some people give it thinking you can sell it. Now, if I filled my shop with goods like that, I mean, well, there wouldn't be a charity shop, would there? You know, we'd have closed years ago.
Well, what do you think that is?
It's found on the streets round London.
Do you know what? It's not found, it's donated.
Well, do you know what? I'm probably guilty of doing it myself one time. You know, when I've got all my lovely stuff and then I've said, well, I just put that at the bottom of the bag.
I believe that my gorgeous Iris has to put her hands in that stuff day in, day out.
I think it's insulting, actually, to expect us to sell it on to other people. Because if they don't want it, why should somebody else?
I think people have a bad opinion of charity shops a lot of the time.
It's shocking, really. Waste of time.
Will you think twice about donating?
No, definitely.
We really do. We need lovely clothes like you wear.
The penny is starting to drop. Charity shops are seen as the lowest of the low. If we're going to get the public to donate better, we have to raise our game.
We can make the charity sector something exciting, and I mean something kind of with a real true sense of discovery, and up the quality of stuff that goes in and make it a fun place to be. Then that's just got to be better for the charity.
I have to say, I have my doubts, because I think the public is so used to what they're doing that it's going to take an awful lot to change their minds.
I'm hoping my volunteers will be more convinced by the small but crucial change I made to the shop. The reorganisation is done and we've managed to make the most of the stock we've got. So what do they think?
I'm gonna lay right down here in the grass, and pretty soon all my troubles will
Just saying how wonderful. Yeah, the shop is beautiful. Wonderful. Yeah.
Great improvement.
Oh, gosh, I thought I'd come into the wrong shop. I think it's marvellous. It's great, isn't it?
So much more room, isn't it, than there was before, yeah.
But I'm about to learn that some of the veterans, like 89-year-old Irene, aren't so easily won over.
Well, I like the shop, but I prefer a bit more from her toys.
I know, but this is the whole reason. It's new, and we've got to give it a go.
Wow. How are you girls? Oh, it's the toy...
Oh, toys.
The toy duo. The toy twins.
Toy twins.
You marking up your toys?
Yes.
What do you think to your new toy area?
No,
I think it's quite nice. Irene's a bit concerned that we haven't got as much
all the toys are
room.
on the top shelf, which I can hardly reach, and the children and things. Just one shelf now.
Come on, have a look with me and tell me that, Irene. I thought this is a really strong toy area. Look, we've even got the old albums and made it look like, you know, old Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yes.
But I haven't passed the ironing test, have I?
No.
Out the back and the stockroom's still a tip, as Nick still hasn't got it sorted.
Nick, this table is just rubbish, because I don't get what is meant to be done on here.
No, it is literally rubbish.
Is it?
Mostly, yeah.
But why would we have a rubbish table? Don't we got a system for rubbish?
It's not. It was a clear table, and people dump things on it, so that's what happens.
They're going to have to keep this neat, Nick. You're going to have to be strong.
Absolutely.
No, just say, look, don't put stuff on there and catch them, because we only cleared it yesterday. Do you know what? I haven't worked Nick out yet. This is not a system. This still needs sorting. I'm going to give him another few days on this and see what I come back to.
Back in the offices of my retail consultancy, I'm getting my first look at the accounts for my shop.
I mean, I'm looking at the takings in detail, and they are diabolical. I mean, they're rubbish. Out of Nick's area, the Orpington shop is at the bottom anyway, practically the bottom. It's bad. It's bad. I've not only got to get them from the bottom, I've got to get them to actually behave and make a bit more money and understand how to sell.
I've got to find a way to turn my army of inexperienced volunteers into a sales force to be reckoned with.
I really don't know how this goes in.
Until now, they've been left to their own devices, and I think charities have been missing a big trick. I'm hoping if I can give them more responsibility for making money, then they'll deliver.
Do you know, per head, how much each of you take a week in here?
30?
30 would be good. 30 would be great, Iris. You're taking £12.50.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
For every member of staff here?
£12.50. Now remember the model? They wouldn't get out of bed for less than 10,000. You lot are getting out for £12.50. That's tough, isn't it? When you really think of it that way, that's how much you're getting out of bed. So we're going to go down to the market.
I don't like the market.
Oh, Brenda, don't worry, love. I'll give you a cup of tea. Come on, you lot. It's like, I feel like the school teacher. Come on, are we all together now?
If Brenda and the gang are going to boost sales, they can no longer just turn up for work. Just like any great sales assistants, they need to be motivated to sell. As there's nothing exciting to flog in the shop, I've hired a market stall, brought 400 designer cupcakes, and my gang have half a day to shift them.
Are they real? They are real.
They're not real, are they?
They are real. These are the favourite cakes of Madonna and Kate Moss.
I wouldn't buy anything like that. You don't know where they've been made, and they're out in the dust. Nothing covered up, are they?
OK, well, do you know what, darling? We do know where they've been made. You're going to have to believe in this, my darling, because you are going to have to sell these. Yes?
Yes.
Now it's time to see what my grey army is made of.
Please buy a cake. Please buy a cake. Please buy a cake.
They're all rolling up.
Depressed of all symptoms. Behind the counter. If you want a bigger voice, come on, Graham, you've got something.
£1.50 each. It's the best bargain today here.
It's so interesting because you start to see the different characters. So this is where you really start to understand the people who are going to come to the front and really energise and deliver your business.
And already one of my milder-mannered volunteers is showing real potential.
Which one would you like? There's the one with a big spider on there, look. Oh, that big spider. These children, they love cakes. It's the thing they really enjoy. And their mums don't mind paying for them, do they? Come on, look at that happy child.
Definitely impressed with the attitude of Graham. Unbelievable.
More? No.
I love Graham's ability to sell more than one, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I like
You're not allowed to buy one.
Not just
You're not
one.
allowed to buy just
sure
one.
You don't want more. Oh, and you might have a friend coming around for tea.
Somebody bought 9 earlier on, I think.
Whilst ex-football coach Graham has hit his stride, one of my ladies is doing anything to avoid making a sale.
Brenda, what are you doing with that belt?
I don't know.
Time is of the essence. Get on that stool. Have you ever gone outside your comfort zone, Brenda?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Have you? When was that, darling?
Oh, I can't remember now.
Come on, I bet it was something. You know, when you felt times, you think, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this. I feel like every time I come to do a shop. I can't imagine what I felt like when I came to do this one.
I'll tell you what, we've got no gloves.
What?
We've got no gloves, we've got no tongs to pick them up.
Well, look, I'll show you this. Come on. Brenda's not taking part. She's just turned away and kind of like, is slightly embarrassed about it. It's every issue. They're not undercover. Where are the gloves? You've got gloves. Moan, moan, moan. So you finding this tough?
No.
You don't like it that much, though. Why don't you like it? Do you prefer being back room than out the front? You're quite shy deep down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you a shy little shrinking violet? Hey, Brenda, next person approaching is me and you. Come on. Brenda, tell her whose favourite cakes they are. You don't want to do it?
No.
These are favoured by Madonna and Kate Moss, these cakes.
Have that one, please, and one of these.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you.
If Brenda doesn't overcome her nerves, she'll stay hiding in that back room forever. I think she's a bit embarrassed, so I've sent everyone for lunch while she gives it a go.
What one do you want? That one.
Has he seen?
And a coffee one, please.
There's another one, Brenda. You can't help it now. Too cute. He wants the little blue one. Oh, the little blue one. That's lovely. His little face.
Stuffing in her face.
10 minutes. How much do you reckon you've taken?
I reckon that's, what, £20? Yeah.
Fantastic.
Probably.
Fantastic. How does that make you feel, then?
I'm shaking.
Shaking with joy or shaking?
And it's your fault. You told them to go.
Once they start to see people buying it, just gives them confidence. That's what it's about. That's what selling is about.
Today proves that expecting more from my volunteers than standing behind a till is definitely the way forward.
He called you darling.
I
know. By the end of the day, we've taken over £550, all of it for charity. And importantly, everyone had a go and enjoyed it.
Well done. All of you have been unbelievable. One thing's really important, guys. This is about us going back and giving this energy back into the shop.
Now I'm getting back to the biggest problem facing every charity shop today, those sacks of terrible donations. I've been racking my brains and I've come up with an idea. This morning I've called in my volunteers to help me try it out.
OK, who have I got who's working with me this morning? Rita. Yes. Rita, Bob and Sue too. Rita, Graham, Maria. Yeah, Brenda, what are you doing out there? OK. The big issues that we have in the shop is really trying to get very good merchandise in here. And I have this feeling that every time we give a kind of bin liner out, people in their head automatically associate filling a bin liner with rubbish. You can't move that from their heads. You know, you see a bin liner, and I think they think, oh, great, time to clear out, as opposed to time to give. So I came up with this little idea. Whether it's going to work or not, I don't know, but we're going to give it a try because what I loved about you guys is you give it a try. We know the cake sale. We gave it a try. We made money. And so I feel energised that I've got the team that will give it a try. What I want to do today is I want to knock on the doors with my team of people, which are you guys. Brenda, get back here! Get back here! What I want to do is we're going to go round and we're going to go to some of those houses that look rather nice, that are around Orpington, and we are going to knock on the door and I am going to talk to them and you are going to talk to them and we are going to ask them to give 1 or 2 things that they genuinely feel has a resale value. You're smiling, Graham.
Yeah, trepidation, I think's the word that comes into my mind. Is that a big word for a Wednesday morning? Trepidation.
So, I've got these little tags because I
get lost.
No, not in case you...
Unless we get attacked.
I want them to take this tag and on one side write what they've given and then on the back with love and their name. If we get 15, 20 things that genuinely have a value, that's a lot better than the dump that we've got out the back today. Brenda, who's getting excited because she's got to knock on doors.
Yeah, but listen, you're not supposed to open the doors to strangers.
Despite Brenda's reservations, I'm trusting that the locals will be more open to our plight. I want to give this a really good chance of working, so we're going to spend the whole day pounding the streets of Orpington until all of my tags have been handed over.
Good for the exercise, ladies.
Yeah. Well, it is really going out onto the unknown. It's a bit of excitement. Let's hope it will work.
Whilst I work with Rita, Graham's with Brenda, which means he's going to have to be brave enough for both of them.
I don't want to do it, no, I don't want to.
I'll back you up. You don't want to do it?
No, I don't want to do it. Oh, yeah?
Good afternoon. We're asking people to donate a couple of things to the shop.
I've only just been round there and took some stuff.
Have you, right?
Oh, have you? I'm not doing any of the starting, but I'll say goodbye to him.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I have you for just 2 minutes?
No, I'm sorry.
Save the
I'm in the middle of
children.
my lunch. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. Thank you.
What's the time?
11:30 lunch.
Trying to get people interested isn't as easy as I'd imagined.
What's no mean? No? It's nice. Show Save the Children. I've got a thumbs down.
It might be a book you've had a year, a really book you like, or...
Oh, no, I don't want to.
But my volunteers are a resilient lot and there's no shortage of doors to knock on.
There's a big dog in that
I
one.
hear dogs bark.
There's a big dog in that one.
6 days left.
What we're doing is this little campaign called Given with
We're
Love.
asking people to donate things to the shop.
We're hopeful of getting much more nicer stuff into our shops.
I do think, God, they're amazing. Just look at them, they're amazing.
What we're doing, we've got this promotion going on.
These guys, this is what they do all the time. We're just talking with Rita. She just goes round and does everything for charity.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Norman. Thanks ever so much.
And we're just wondering whether you'd be an angel.
It makes you think, my God, all those hours that you put in sometimes on stuff that just benefit yourself, you know? And these people are real givers.
Although we've been trawling the streets all day, Graham is going to help me with one final push. We're going to try and catch people returning home from work.
Should we carry on down here to the end?
It's late and I'm feeling bold.
Want to come in right now?
Yeah, why not?
Really? You can come in.
Come on, then you'll be on. We'll do 1 minute.
For this to succeed, I need people to hand over those things that they've squirreled away and they know they'll never use.
Right, Mummy, what have we got from you?
Oh, What about that red dress, Mummy?
Yeah, what about your best red dress, Mummy?
I tell you what, I will donate.
Maybe your best skirt. Your high heel silver shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, she's amazing. Does she know? Oh, bless you.
Mummy, how are you going to put something on them?
Wow. Wow, brand new.
Worn ones.
And you've never worn them since?
No, they weren't really good dancing shoes for me, so that's why I...
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I think I'm onto something. If everyone we've seen today brings in a gift like this, I'll have it cracked.
What I'm just trying to show the team today is it can be done, and less with quality is better than those old bin bags of tut.
One person who really got behind this today is Graham. He trawled the streets from dawn till dusk, and I want to treat him to a well-deserved pint.
So I don't know anything about you, Graham.
You don't know anything about me.
What made you think, right, I'm going to go and do charity work?
I think it was sheer boredom. Sheer boredom, not having enough to do during the day. Having worked full-time in teaching, having worked at Charlton where it was always busy, I'd always been in and out the training ground doing things. I had a spell where I wasn't doing very much at all.
So when you finished at Charlton, how long ago? 2 years ago?
But yeah, 2 years, and I had a little bit of problem with a middle ear problem, so that kept me out for a while. I've just got, as you know, the tinnitus. So that's another thing for doing the shop. Does keep you busy. The retail trade does interest me, I must admit, it does interest me. I mean, I think I was asked originally whether I saw it as a stepping stone into the retail trade. Initially, no, I didn't. It was just purely something to do during the day.
But it is a retail trade.
Yes.
That's the thing,
Yeah,
and that's the thing that we need to get it to. You know, that's what the goal is, that we need that shop to behave like a professional retailer.
Yeah.
Would that be something that would excite you to learn about that?
Yes, it would, yeah, very much so. Yeah. I mean, I obviously haven't got great experience at the moment.
Have you never thought, God, I'd like to manage this, because it needs a manager? I mean, haven't you ever thought about that?
Yes, it has gone through my mind. I mean, I'd like to think my man management is pretty good.
Yeah, I
other
think
things
it is.
I've done, I'm pretty good with people. I think I can communicate well with most people.
I've really been impressed with you, you know. You've got a wonderful style about you, Graham. You really have. You really
That's
are.
very kind of you.
Well, you have.
Well, what she was saying there, it was good for me, I think, to hear that. And good for her to boost my confidence a little bit with what she said.
It's been 2 weeks since I took on my charity shop, and I'm feeling buoyed by the volunteers' enthusiasm. I'm dropping in to see if this newfound energy is having any effect at the shop.
Morning, ladies. How are you all? Yes, yes.
Fine.
Oh, the toy twins are back at work. Oh.
Yes, but there's nowhere to put them.
Oh, not again. Nowhere to put
There's
them
only
again.
the top shelf that I can't reach.
It's just the fact she's quite small.
Yeah.
She says I'm half an inch taller than her.
Turn onto the shelf. Put your arm up and touch that. See?
Well,
You touched that top shelf.
Yes, but I can't reach.
Oh, well, you can't win them all. I'm hoping Nick's finished turning the dump out back into a functioning stockroom.
Oh, my God. Actually, this is worse, isn't it? Well, what's he been bloody well doing? It's a tip. Just look at it. Just look. Look under here. Look under here. What do you think,
I
Tiz?
think that's awful. It's a danger, really, if you need to get through to the bric-a-brac.
But I thought my role to Nick was do the back room and get a system.
There
Yes.
isn't one, is there?
Nick, good
Morning, Mary. How are you?
Oh, blimey, you've had a haircut.
I have.
That looks rather cute.
Thank you very much.
That's
You
the
look rather
nicest.
splendid yourself.
That's the nicest thing I'm going to say to you this morning.
Excellent.
Good.
How are you? Well?
I'm good.
Morning.
When were you last here?
Last Tuesday. Haven't been here since.
Oh, I can see that. Come and have a look out the back.
Jolly good. Has it not improved, do I take it? Blimey, looking full, isn't it? I have had phone calls from about this. Spoke to Graham and Wendy yesterday, and they sort of said it was in hand.
What does that mean?
Well, clearly it's not. Clearly it's got so full you can't move it in here, which is not the intention of the exercise, obviously, was it?
Nick, it's a bloody tip, mate.
This is the first time I've been here in 5 days. I'm seeing it with a fresh pair of eyes. We have to allow the volunteers to get on with it. I've communicated with them the best I can. I've spoken to them.
Don't know, Nick. You can't say we have to allow the volunteers to get on with it. The volunteers don't know. They don't know. They've never run a retail business before. I mean, that's like me saying I'll allow my 12-year-old daughter to get on with it. She's not run a retail business
I think
before.
that's fair comment to a point, but I don't think you're crediting with a great deal of nous. I mean,
I'm not crediting you with a great deal of nous. Look at this. You said you were going to put some systems in, and we've got a dump. There's no system at all. And all you're saying to me is, oh, we've got to let them get on with it. We can't.
No, I'm not saying
worked.
that. You're saying, for this pile up, I just felt that you were being rather critical of the volunteers here.
Oh, that would be easy for you to think. I'm not being critical of the volunteers. I think God help them coming in here on a Tuesday morning to this tip. I wouldn't do that to anyone.
I totally agree with you. This is not a safe working environment right now. This is not.
It's not safe.
There's
It's
not
not
clear
anything.
access. No, but this is in hand right now. This is unacceptable. I totally
Is
agree with
this
you.
in hand?
I am not defending. No.
Is this in hand? Do
No,
you
I
feel
didn't.
this is in hand, Mel?
Sorry.
No, of course
not at
it's
this
not.
moment in time,
Of course it isn't.
I'm not going to go on anymore, but I just think it needs sorting. It needs sorting and it needs a system on how this can sort. And you know what, though? This is fundamental stuff, Nick. I'm not asking you to develop the buying strategy, the sales... I'm asking you to sort out the stockroom.
Good. No, I totally agree with you. I don't think it's fair, because I don't think she's had a chance to actually, sit down and rationally discuss what the issue is, what's been going on, what's been good and bad. She's come in here and made her own mind up and hasn't spoken to me about what's been going on and what has been happening behind the scenes. Some of the volunteers have chosen to get less involved out here than they might do otherwise, because some of the volunteers are being a little bit hands-off.
I think she was right to do that, because he is in charge of the shop, basically, isn't he? So, yes, I think she was right to point it out.
I feel pissed off. I feel upset. I am just going to have this reversing back to its old ways. We're going to get nowhere. And it needs a leader to do that. I'm happy to be the leader, set those standards, but you need someone who's going to maintain them. And the problem is, it's not happening now with the area manager. I can't carry on trying to invigorate this business on my own. No retailer out there operates without a shop manager. My charity only has 17 managers across their chain of 122 shops, and I think it's madness. I've decided to go to head office to see the people in charge. This is my first chance to tell them what I think. Now, that Orpington shop's not good, is it?
It's not one of our best, has to be said.
Thank God for that, because if it had been your best. But it's not good, is it?
No.
Can you tell me sort of the reasoning behind not having a manager in there?
It's a huge overhead cost to us.
What I need in there is someone who's patrolling the people and what goes on and what the practice is, that takes responsibility.
Yeah. I'm not sure whether employing a paid shop manager in Orpington is necessarily going to give us the best return.
I believe that you could practically double the takings that you're doing in there.
If we did, we'd have to. If we put a paid manager in, we would have to at least double those takings. Because for us, this is about returning as much money to save the children as we can.
If you don't start investing in some real training and some management in those shops, then I believe you're going to be left behind. I genuinely do believe that. I worry where your future will be.
She's a lot to learn. It's not like a normal standard retail business. It's very different. She's going into a poor performing shop and we want to see some absolute significant growth.
Anyone running a retail chain or a retail shop that's not in the charity sector wouldn't even think twice about putting a shop manager in there. Of course, the minute the shop manager goes, they panic. Who's the next one? Who's been trained up? Who's the deputy manager? Who are the supervisors? So even having this discussion is slightly bizarre. A few days later, and despite their reservations, head office have agreed to give me a paid shop manager. And whilst I wait to fill the position, I've got an idea. Take a seat. Yeah. That we're advertising for the shop manager. Are you applying?
Yes, I have applied.
You have applied, good lad.
My application's in.
I want to put a proposal to you, Graham, because it's going to take us about a month to find and do the interviews and say who's going to be the shop manager. Right. I'm wondering if you'd be interested in being the volunteer shop leader in the interim.
I'd be quite happy to do that.
Yeah?
Yes, I'd be happy to do that.
It's an opportunity to show your skills.
Right.
OK, don't you think so?
Yes. without a doubt.
Now, the downside is if you don't get the job, you might feel a bit low and think, well, I'm the volunteer shop leader and I haven't got the job and I'm a bit pissed off. Would you be?
No, not really, no. No, I'll just go with that. No, if I don't get it, I don't. There's, there's other things out there, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, will you do that with me? And then I want you to give it your best shot, OK?
Yes.
Always look nervous about that.
I'm very nervous. That's me. I'm a nervous individual. But, I mean, I always think, oh, my goodness, I'm looking in the headlights all the time, But... I'll give it my best shot.
Now it's time to let the gang know that they've got a new boss.
Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. This is a bit déjà vu and Groundhog Day, isn't it? Everybody sits in the same place. I could close my eyes and I'd know who was there. What's been happening, and the biggest thing that I've learnt since coming in here, is the left hand doesn't know what the right's doing, because you all work different shifts. And therefore, you will see that we have put a sign up that is looking for a manager to manage the business. Whilst we are looking for that manager, I am getting Graham to work with me as the volunteer leader until we have taken on our manager. And I would like you all to support that. Do I have your support?
Yes.
Oh, come on, come down here a second, stand next to me. Come on. No, but it is important.
I stood at the back.
Yeah, because he always stands at the back, and now you're going to stand at the front, OK? But it is tough to come in here and who have once been your colleagues and your pals to say, actually, can we do it this way? It is tough, and I want him to know that he has your support. Please, will you let him know it?
Yes.
I think it went very well. Yes, I think it went well. I feel better now, having sort of it's out in the open and everybody... Well, I say everybody knows, half the people know. The other half will probably know by about 7 o'clock tonight, I should think. The grapevine is pretty good, isn't it? But no, I'm glad that... I was a bit nervous to begin with. You probably could pick up on that, could you? Did I look a bit frightened?
All in favour?
Yeah. Aye.
Yes. Eyes to the right, eyes to the left.
Yes, go along with that one.
Yes.
Don't ask me.
He's got a good month, at least, where he can build those bridges with the team. Now it's up to Graham. I can't do any more. I'm there for him, I'll guide him. He's got a big opportunity. It's now down to him.
I've now been working with my shop for 6 weeks, and although it's been a culture shock, I'm confident over the next few months I'll be able to drag this shop into the 21st century. But without good stock, I'm doomed. It's been a week since I launched my gift tag campaign, and I'm about to find out if it's worked.
Thing is, I love this gang in here, but there's a little bit of cynicism, and there's a little bit of... I could see it, and at one point it makes me laugh, but when I'm feeling a bit down and low, it's quite stressful. So I'm hoping that I can go, right, this will work. And can you now start to see the journey that I'm taking you on? I think it's the Toy Twins morning as well. Morning, ladies.
Mary.
The Toy Twins. Packing and unpacking. Gosh, we've got a lot of toys today, ladies.
Hello, we've just grabbed them. Nowhere to put them.
What? Oh, no, not the nowhere to put them again, Irene.
Well, there's still nowhere. You go and look and see where you can put them.
Morning, the Toy Twins. Nowhere to put the toys. You weren't giving me a hard time the minute I come in, will
no.
you? How's the stockroom? Whoa! Yes!
Brilliant.
When did that come in?
Wow.
Because I never knew I'd be so excited over an old cupboard. How good is that? Someone's built that.
Finally, Nick's pulled his finger out, and now the pressure's on me. Let's hope the hours of knocking on doors has delivered some great stock.
With love.
Yes.
The with loves.
Yes.
Have any of you been through this?
No, I haven't been in since last Wednesday, so...
Oh, God. The first thing I see, imagine the Toy Twins seeing this. They'll never get that on the shelf. That's all I'll hear. Right, what else? See, sandwich tongs. Can't go on. Who has sandwich tongs? Well, look at that 1970s old
They could be
ham
collectible.
Rita, you've lost the plot since I've been here, my darling.
The brandy glasses?
That sort of stuff that I'm not so sure. It's a kind of a gifty thing, isn't it, that's been in the cupboard that I'm not sure. Come on, please be better. Oh, I bet you it's an old hip flask, another thing that everybody's... Yep, hip flask. My brilliant new stock is exactly the same as what we already sell. Unwanted presents and clothes from the back of the cupboard. I mean, look, something special that has meaning to you. That's how much meaning that has to me, sweetheart. I'm disappointed, aren't you? Oh, don't look so sad. I'll get over it. I'm just disappointed in people. I wanted people to think about what they were given and actually make it a bit of a deal. Because we can all chuck out the old bloody brandy glass that Aunt Vi gave us that we're never going to drink out of. Or the stupid old sandwich pickup holders. Come on. You know, is that really giving? Is that really giving? No.
Don't shoot yourself, Mary, please.
No, we won't give up.
We can't do without you.
Oh, you little darling. Before I stick my head in the oven, I'm going to work out how much money this lot is worth. Dodgy old brandy glasses. So, high price range, medium price range, low price range, £2.
£1 for sandwich tongs.
Where did you get that from? Out of the box?
It's not in here. Oh, I'm going to try that for a £5. That is a brand new Ruth Rendell novel.
Put 150.
We have achieved nothing so far, Mary. Don't get upset. That's life in the charity shop. 200. Now for the moment of truth. How much have I made for the charity? God, £54.50. That's what I've made. If we sell it. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. I need to just do something different now. I thought I'd created a great campaign to inspire the public to give better donations, but I was wrong. And by the time I get home, I'm wondering if I'm out of my depth. The level of merchandise in the shop is just it's so bad, Peter, I can't even start to tell you.
I think you've taken on too many problems. Because nobody's shopping there. The stock's awful, the training's awful, the environment's awful.
Maybe also you're getting too emotionally involved.
Oh, and when has ever that not happened in my work? I mean, like,
you could maybe just take a step back from it.
You know, I looked at those women today, and I know I laugh at the fact that they're 80-year-olds, but they're really good people. You know what I mean? That really give their time and their love and their energy. I'm getting sad about it, I know, but it's like really good people, really good, gorgeous, fun, fabulous people that give...
Having a bad time?
No, they're not, but they can't keep it going, Mel.
No.
They can't keep it going, God love them. You know, they're working on the old business of what it was before. Yeah. I'm back to square one. I failed to make my charity any more money. Whatever I do next has got to work. Good morning, charity retail! You could not sell that jumper for a £5, Chris.
I'll be honest with you, I've had enough.
Could someone bring my 12-year-old daughter in to run this business? Because it might be a bit better.
First impression, dark and drab.
One of the regular volunteers has handed in a notice.
You should be a little embarrassed by it.
That I've created a shop that doesn't suit the staff.
From business meetings to thinking outside of the box, the grumpy old women vent their rage next here on BBC Two, while BBC 4's getting quizzical now as the audience generates the questions we need answers.